LEX 18 News.
Well, the weather is calm, quiet, and nice, sunny even right now, but we're in for some big changes moving into Thursday. Soon the temperatures will drop and the snow will fly. We'll talk about how much ahead.
And from Lexington, crews getting roads ready for snow to the governor addressing the Commonwealth. We have you covered with today's biggest stories from across the Bluegrass. Plus, there's sharp criticism over the confusion of the CDC's guidelines for isolating and quarantining. And the meaning behind a mother's billboard ad in Times Square for her daughter to find love. This is LEX 18 News at 4. Good afternoon. I'm Angie Bevan. Thanks for joining us. Right now, things are calm in our forecast, but that is changing as we're expecting to see some measurable snow to end out the work week. Meteorologist Emily Goodman joins us now with your full forecast at 4.
Yeah, that's right, Angie. We had some severe storms over the weekend. Then we had that little clip of snow that kind of moved over southern and southeastern Kentucky where they picked up a couple of inches. And now we're anticipating our second snow system of the week. We've had a couple of really nice days to enjoy. Monday through today have been filled with sunshine, so that's been kind of a nice lift to our spirits. We do still have some of those strong wind gusts. You can see the camera shaking there. That's evidence of that stronger wind, which will eventually calm down into tonight before we begin to see the snow showers flying. But right now, with those winds at around gusts up to 30 and 35 miles per hour already today, it's feeling like 41 degrees outside, though the air temperatures are in the upper 40s to the low 50s across the state. Check out Williamsburg, 54 there. That feels pretty nice. 50 in Richmond, 49 degrees in Frankfort. But notice you just cross over the river, and then it's the 30s, 20s, and teens the farther northwest that you travel. And so that cold air is being swept in by some of those stronger winds. Right now, our wind gusts are up around 37 miles per hour in Lexington. 25 miles per hour in Richmond, 16 in Williamsburg, and about 30 miles per hour right now in Frankfort. So that kind of lets us know that changes are coming. We have had the passage of a dry cold front right now. That will help the temperatures cool down. So we are going to see that sharp temperature drop coming up tonight from this cold front. High pressure slides in a weak one in between the two systems, the dry cold front and then, of course, the snow showers that are moving in from the Midwest right now. So heading into Thursday, that's when we really begin to pick up on the action. So let's walk through future track now. There's that dry cold front, leaves us with dry conditions for the rest of this evening. Partly cloudy skies move in overnight. Winds will begin to calm, so that's good news. But waking up tomorrow morning, probably won't have that much of an issue traveling tomorrow morning, but by the evening, you probably will. But we do have a few snow showers kind of blowing in, maybe around commute time towards 7, 8 o'clock. And then everything kind of takes over the state late morning through early afternoon, even mid-afternoon. But by the time we get to about 8 o'clock p.m., pretty much everything moves off over into West Virginia, leaving us with drier conditions and decreasing clouds. But that decrease in clouds is caused by the high pressure, and that will really send our temperatures plummeting down to the single digits as we wake up really early Friday morning. And we're not going to see a whole lot of melting going on either, maybe with the help of some sunshine, but it is going to be a frigid Friday ahead. So here we go. We're looking at the Euro model. Remember, this model did pretty well with the snow system we had between Sunday and Monday. It does still show 4, 5, 6 inches for southeastern Kentucky, so they could get a wallop again with a potential for higher amounts in the higher elevations. Then you work your way closer toward Lexington. It's looking like maybe close to 2. We'll probably push a little bit above that. And then the farther north that you travel, it becomes less. So what we are going with is a nice swath between 1 and 2 inches for northern Kentucky, areas along and north of I-64. Between 64 and the Bluegrass Parkway, notice it kind of follows that line right there. Heading down toward about Somerset, the London area, even far southern Kentucky, we're looking at a swath of 2 to 4 inches. Now, there will be some spots. If a heavier band of snow sets up somewhere in this range of 2 to 4, we could have higher amounts than 4 inches. So don't just focus on these numbers. This is a general 2 to 4 inches. And then, of course, 3 to 6 in the southeastern part of the state, and, of course, higher amounts like 6 inches in the mountains. We do have the weather alerts in effect right now. Winter weather advisory covers most of northern and central Kentucky, and then the rest pretty much is a winter storm warning, just like a couple of days ago. All of these will expire 10 p.m. on Thursday. That's when the worst of it will end, but you're still going to have travel impacts all day Thursday, overnight, and then into Friday morning. So watch for heavy bands of snow at times, reduced visibility, bitter cold on Friday. That's probably going to be the worst part, and no melting until Saturday, unfortunately. 22 degrees tonight, winds calming down tomorrow, cloudy. Snow showers all throughout the day. Not bad winds, though, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Through the 8-day forecast, we do warm up and rebound a little bit to the 40s, maybe close to 50 degrees into the weekend, but rain moves in on Sunday, and then we'll be dry at least for a few days, but colder next week.
Busy in the weather department. Thanks, Emily. And we do have a school update in our area to pass along. Jasmine County schools will have an NTI day tomorrow instead of in-class instruction. Officials made this decision due to the weather forecast. For the latest closings and delays as they come in, log on to LEX18.com. And now to a breaking story in Jasmine County. Police are searching for a wanted man in connection to a murder. Nicholasville police say the shooting happened at a home on Lauren Drive early this morning. Officers say a woman was found dead inside the home. Police are looking for 54-year-old Kenneth Strange. He's being charged with murder and evidence tampering. Strange is considered armed and dangerous. If you know where he is, call police. And also breaking in Western Kentucky involving Frankfort police. State police say officers were forced to shoot and kill a man who showed up at the Mayfield-Graves County Fairgrounds this morning and shot at them. The Frankfort Police Department was in Graves County to provide extra patrol at the fairgrounds, which is being used as a distribution center following last month's tornadoes. None of the officers was hurt. The man's name has not been released. Well, our crews are out working on how the city of Lexington is preparing roads for snow and providing shelter for homeless people. Plus, one county is getting ready for the winter weather while still recovering from tornado damage. And the governor addresses the Commonwealth tonight. Here's more in today's Big 4 at 4.
Schultz in Lexington, where we're getting a look at snow supplies ahead of this expected blast of winter weather. We just spoke with Director of Streets and Roads, Rob Allen, who says the city of Lexington feels good about their planning process, but it's about to be put to the test with our first big weather event of the season. The good news, he says, they have been able to pre-treat streets with brine. He says they started with neighborhood roads and they're now working on major thoroughfares. He says one thing they are keeping an eye on as we head into tomorrow and Friday, the forecasted frigid temperatures.
I'm Austin Pollock in Estill County 2022. The story so far has really been about the weather. This is just some of the aftermath from an EF1 tornado that touched down on New Year's Day. It happened about 20 or 25 minutes outside of downtown Irvine. And then shortly after, we had this, some major flash flooding. You see this drone video. This is just in and around the county. And now this is your storm tracker forecast for something that hasn't even happened yet. Estill County officials are expected to get about 4 to 6 inches of snow here in the county. That's happening tomorrow. But good news, they say they're ready. They have plenty of salt, plenty of plow drivers ready to keep the roads safe.
I'm Michael Burke in Lexington, where places like here at the Hope Center and the Catholic Action Center are getting ready for this incoming winter storm. These are not normal winter weather preparations, though, as the centers are having to deal with the rampant spread of the COVID-19 Omicron variant. They're doing that by limiting capacity so they can space people out and requiring masks when people are walking around inside. Obviously, a vaccine or a negative COVID test would be ideal before coming inside, but it's not a requirement because obviously the goal here is to keep people from suffering from hypothermia.
Governor Andy Beshear will address Kentuckians through the State of the Commonwealth address. The annual address will be delivered to a joint session of the State Senate and House of Representatives. The governor is expected to present his priorities for this session. He'll also discuss ways to build on last year's economic momentum following record levels of business investment and job creation. The State of the Commonwealth address will be broadcast on KET tonight at 7 o'clock. And the big story making national headlines today, it is safe for children to be in school. That's the message from the White House COVID response team today as districts across the country deal with rising cases in children and staff. The administration also continues to urge people to get vaccinated to ease the strain on a nation's hospitals. NBC's Chris Pallone reports.
As people wait in line for hours to get tested in cities across the country, the White House COVID response team says all signs point to the Omicron variant being less severe than previous strains, especially in people who have been vaccinated and gotten a booster shot.
But if you're unvaccinated, you have a good reason to be concerned.
But health officials warn Omicron spreads much more quickly, which has led to the rapid rise in hospitalizations among adults and children.
Every hospital is struggling with a staffing shortage like they've never experienced.
Some school systems are struggling to find enough teachers. Boston down more than 1,000 staffers today, spurring the system superintendent to trade her computer for chalk and an eraser.
I jumped into gear and said, I'll clear my calendar and I'll go over and teach a 4th grade class.
The White House insists it's safe for schools to be open.
We know they can be open safely, and we're here to help make that happen.
But in Chicago, the teachers union insists it's not.
Don't keep using us as sacrificial lambs, saying that it's safe to be in schools. It's not.
They voted to switch to remote learning. Instead, the city canceled school altogether for most students.
There is no basis in the data, the science, or common sense for us to shut an entire system down.
Meanwhile, the CDC is defending its decision to provide guidance on how to use rapid tests to end isolation after contracting COVID, while still stopping short of making tests a requirement, explaining antigen tests aren't authorized for that purpose. Chris Pallone, NBC News, Washington.
Louisville is experiencing long waits and lines to get tested for COVID-19 there. And out of all the people in cars waiting to get tested, more than 1 in 4 will return with a test positive result. According to Louisville Metro Public Health and Wellness, the positivity rate in the Derby City is at 27% right now. Louisville has dozens of testing sites available. We'll have more on how Lexington's wait times are for a COVID test. That's coming up at 6. Lexington Mayor Linda Gorton is ending her first term, and today she made it clear that she is ready for another. Gorton filed for re-election this morning. She was first elected in 2018. She cited her accomplishments in office so far, including a new Amazon facility, Baptist Health Campus, and more new developments around Lexington. She also touted the city's progress in improving affordable housing, preventing violence, helping the homeless, and protecting the city from coronavirus.
Being mayor has been a great fit for me, and I think part of that is my nursing background and how we approach issues and challenges. And plus, I want to lead when we get out of the pandemic. That sounds funny, but my entire term has been one of budget turndowns and pandemic.
Gorton previously served on the Lexington Fayette Urban County Council for 16 years, including 4 years as vice mayor. Adrian Wallace, William Wayman, and David Kloiber have also announced plans to run for mayor in November. In Philadelphia, at least 13 people, 7 of them children, died when a fire swept through a row house early this morning. 2 people were taken to the hospital and 8 escaped without help. Fire officials say the 3-story row home had 4 smoke detectors, but none of them was working. The building, owned by the Philadelphia Housing Authority, was converted into apartments in the 1950s. The Philadelphia Department of Licenses and Inspections says it has had no violations. 26 people lived in that building. Investigators are trying to determine what caused the fire. The day after the insurrection at the Capitol last year, a curator from the Smithsonian Institution was on the National Mall collecting artifacts. Tomorrow will mark 1 year since that attack. So yesterday, the National Museum of American History unveiled some of the items that were collected so far. There are signs and flags and military and law enforcement patches. There's also the blue suit worn on January 6th by Democratic Congressman Andy Kim of New Jersey. Hours after the Capitol was secured, he got down on his hands and knees to clean up the rotunda. These items are not currently on public display. Louisville's Four Castle Festival is back this year. The 3-day music festival takes place on Memorial Day weekend. That's May 27th through the 29th at Waterfront Park. This year's lineup includes Louisville native Jack Harlow, Tame Impala, Tyler, the Creator, Phoebe Bridges, Porter Robinson, and many more. For ticket information, head over to our website, lex18.com. And now let's get a look outside at the LEX18 traffic tracker this afternoon. As you head out, maybe you're heading home on your evening commute. You're looking live at Man o' War Boulevard at Alumni Drive. And the traffic camera is a little frozen out there, but things look like they're moving along okay in that area. And right now, currently under some sunshine. Still to come here at 4, some people try to cut back on drinking alcohol during dry January. Why doctors say there are some risks when giving up booze cold turkey. More LEX18 News at 4 is coming up after the break.
Make it a new year and a new you from the Pavilion at Georgetown and LEX18. Get fit, take a class, and enjoy everything the Pavilion at Georgetown has to offer for you and the whole family. A new year and a new you in 2022.
Every time I got paid at work, they kept my money for Social Security taxes. So when I had medical problems, I thought I'd get Social Security disability. Wrong. They turned me down. So I called 855 Wildcat. They got Social Security to pay me.
Today, more and more Kentuckians are being denied. You want an experienced Social Security lawyer. You want Kentucky courage.
Call 855 Wildcat, Morgan, Collins, Eust, and Salyer.
Thank you for hooking Logan up here with this membership.
You know, fellas, you don't have to be associated with UK to become a member.
Want to become a UKFCU member? There are many ways to join. Seriously, find out how online. UKFCU. It's banking, only better.
Hey, Cash.
My man.
Big trucks can cause big wrecks.
Because of its size and massive weight, even a slow-moving truck like this can be dangerous. I'm attorney Daryl Isaacs. I am America's big truck attorney. At Isaacs & Isaacs, we've recovered over $1 billion for our clients, and we'll fight to get you every dollar you deserve. So now I'm not just the attorney on the big truck, I'm the attorney on the big moving truck.
Big truck wreck, WeWin.com.
One call, that's all.
Hi, honey.
Oh, I missed you.
You just want a video call the kids.
Okay. Hush, little baby.
Don't say a word. But if slow upload speeds turn your good night call into an accidental horror movie.
Can you hear me?
Shut it down. Just remember, you're not a bad mom. You just need better internet.
AT&T Fiber delivers faster upload speeds for more reliable video calls. Get AT&T Fiber, plan starting at $35 a month for a year. Limited availability in select areas. Call 877 only ATT.
Finally getting there is the best. But with Febreze freshness in your car, driving there is pretty darn good too. Enjoy 30 days of freshness with Febreze Car. La 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 la.
Does scrubbing feel like a workout? Scrub less with Dawn Platinum. Its superior formula breaks down and removes up to 99% of tough grease and food residue faster. So you scrub less. Tackle grease wherever it shows up. Scrub less, save more with Dawn.
The new year is in full swing, and so are many New Year's resolutions. One of them is dry January. That's when many people give up alcohol for a month. John Rutter spoke to a doctor about the benefits and risks of dry January.
Alcohol use in the U.S. has increased across the board since the start of the pandemic, with women exceeding the recommended amounts more than men. A study published in the Public Library of Science Medical Journal found hard liquor sales jumped nearly 11% from March to June of 2020.
For people that may not have been regular drinkers before COVID, more people may be drinking now more regularly and more frequently.
So if you're thinking about hitting the reset button to start out the new year and giving dry January a run, Wellness Director Dr. Roy Bushunsky with University Hospitals says overall there are great health benefits.
The idea of dry January is sort of a good idea to sort of help our bodies sort of recover from some of the overindulging.
But it's all about establishing a new baseline for your intake, especially if you're drinking more.
We have to be very cautious when we recommend to go toward dry January that we understand that not everybody should or could go cold turkey off alcohol because there is that risk of withdrawal.
People who drink heavily could encounter very serious health risks when quitting abruptly and should take caution. Stopping cold can lead to severe withdrawals, seizures, and even death.
Some people that do overindulge will do so on a daily basis and don't really know how their body is functioning without the effects of alcohol in their systems.
Removing alcohol from your diet can also help with weight control. A USDA database finds most drinks are under 200 calories apiece, but can add up quickly, especially if mixers like soda or juice are added. Alcohol also dehydrates you quickly if you don't drink enough water, which can make any digestive or other ongoing health issues worse.
Because they sleep better, they have more energy. And because they have more energy, they are more prone to feel better and to be more active in their lives.
But perhaps the biggest key for a happier, healthier new year, starting small.
Make something specific and make it doable and achievable so that you can actually measure that success.
That was John Rutter reporting there. Now let's take another look outside live at the LEX 18 traffic tracker. You're looking now live at Man-O-War Boulevard at I-75. A mother is going above and beyond in making sure that her daughter finds a wonderful man. But why the personal ad is more meaningful for this mother and daughter. More LEX 18 News at 4 is coming up after the break.
Lots of basketball talk as the men struggle on the road and the women prepare for their first game since December 19th.
And some football talk as well. Tom Leach joins us to wrap up the Cats' 10-win season.
Kroger Delivery is always fresh because we check our produce at every stop on its journey to you. We're fresh every day, so shop any way. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
My husband was a teacher on the way to school. A utility truck skids on ice and hits him head on. We find out later that driver's boss warned him, don't drive the truck in that weather. But he did. I called 855-WILDCAT with the Kentucky Courage Lawyers.
When we make drunk drivers pay, texting drivers wait, and big trucks slow down, we make Kentucky safer for families.
Call 800-55-WILDCAT. Morgan, Collins, Eust, and Salyer.
Introducing the all-new Gillette Labs with Exfoliating Bar. It combines shaving and gentle exfoliation into one efficient stroke for a shave as quick and easy as washing your face.
Better skin from your body wash? Try Olay Body Wash with skincare super ingredient collagen. Olay Body Wash hydrates to improve skin 3 times better, from dry and dull to firm and radiant. With Olay Body, I feel fearless in my skin.
Guys, it's cold outside.
And when your heat is on, your money's gone.
Keep the outside outside.
And the inside inside.
With precision engineered windows from the Window Source.
Stay toasty.
And say goodbye to high utility bills.
You can get a price right now at windowsourceofkentucky.com.
Super efficient windows
that won't break the bank.
Hi, I'm Joe Montana. When you get to be 65, you have little patience for nonsense and inefficiency. You know what works, and you become a pro at pretty much everything. That's why when I qualified for Medicare, I went with WellCare. With no cost or low monthly premium plans and no primary care or prescription copays, they're pros at helping you keep more money in your pocket. Other benefits include an over-the-counter allowance for items like toothpaste, cold remedies, mouthwash, a flex card to pay for extra dental, vision, and hearing expenses. Even give-back plans that send money directly to your Social Security check. WellCare gets it. They get rid of all the hassles and give us the great benefits that we want.
Don't wait. Be like Joe the Pro and make the right call. Dial the number on your screen now to request a free WellCare guide today. WellCare. It's Medicare done well.
At Kroger, you can get personalized coupons on top of weekly sales for prices that are lower than low on food that's fresher than fresh. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
A new billboard in Times Square is getting a lot of attention. The billboard is from the dating site Wingman. But as Raina Novini tells us, maybe it's really a love story between a mother and her daughter.
In the hustle and bustle of the crossroads of the world, a new billboard is turning heads.
It caught my attention, definitely.
I think Molly's got a shot.
That's a picture of Molly Davis plastered in Times Square and a message from Molly's mom, "Date my daughter."
She wakes up every day, just trying to make the lives of others better.
Molly's mom, Beth, made her daughter an online dating profile on the app Wingman, letting the world know her daughter is looking for love.
It's such a trip. Like, you just, especially up there next to, Gen Z icon Olivia Rodrigo, just crazy.
She still was focused with love and intention for her daughter. And so I wanted to help her accelerate that search and find someone great.
The founder and CEO of the dating app says Beth and Molly's story caught her attention, so she decided to go big. For Beth and Molly, time is of the essence.
June 2020, I found out that cancer has metastasized to my bones. So I guess there was a little bit more urgency to see my daughter well settled with a wonderful man.
Molly says seeing the billboard in person is surreal. She hopes to find the kind of relationship her parents have.
I'm hoping that the right person would also be, confident enough to not be dissuaded by, just kind of I get that it's unorthodox.
Unorthodox? Maybe. But worth it, she says, if it leads to love.
With my health situation, it's just sort of like the last piece. She's such a lovely girl, and I would just love to know there's a wonderful man for her, too.
Let's get a last check of the LEX 18 traffic tracker this afternoon. Now downtown, Main and Broadway is what you're looking at here. And not a whole lot of heavy traffic. It's not looking like in downtown right now. But Emily, we do see a little bit of sun shining through some of those buildings, and that is not going to last.
No, unfortunately, it's not. The clouds will roll in tonight. We'll start to see those snow showers pretty active off and on throughout the day, with some heavier bands at times between maybe late morning and maybe mid-afternoon. Remember earlier in the weather, I said there will be a couple of heavier bands that move through, so some of these numbers may be over the 2 to 4 inch mark. Well, Chief Meteorologist Bill Meck has gone ahead and said, yeah, probably 2 to 5 inches. So that's that big swath that covers areas from eastern and northeastern Kentucky up near Moorhead, stretching all the way down through Richmond, Danville, even down toward the Bowling Green area, and that does include Lexington as well. Points farther north, less, southeast, a little bit more, 3 to 6 inches there. Again, the very, very cold air starts to sweep through on Friday. Highs around 25, but morning lows around 8.
All right, Emily, thanks. And thanks for joining us here at 4. We'll see you back here in a half an hour for LEX 18 News at 5. Have a nice afternoon.
LEX 18, streaming local news 24/7. Search for LEX 18 on your device.
Today on LEX 18 News at 5, with the winter storm moving into the bluegrass, we look at what is being done to protect the homeless from both the cold and COVID. Plus, we'll have a live preview of Governor Beshear's State of the Commonwealth address today at 5.